more Sunday night action here on the PSGL F4 grid. We're back with a bit of the little C action for round 6. Welcome, Big C.
Yep, hello, back again, and it's the legendary Spa circuit in Belgium, which, you know, can always bring up some great wheel-to-wheel action with the long straights and, you know, the big DRS zones. So yeah, hopefully it's a dry race and we get to see lots of close battles.
Indeed, well, we've had 2 races that have literally come down to the wire. Last night we didn't know if we were going to see a last lap overtake from Rowan, and F7 on the Thursday night we saw 2 cars spin out at the final corner in the final lap, possibly contesting Frizzo's famous moment from a few seasons back, all that time ago.
Yep, and obviously I commentated on pretty much all the evaluation races which were at Spa, and they were quite incident prone, I guess, in terms of lots of spin-ins and lots of sticky spinny curbs is what I'd say. So certainly it's going to be an interesting race, Lickle. So I'll just go through the standings while you sort out the title. So yeah, it's Taze Leroy. He's won 3 of the last 4 races, and yeah, Taze Leroy, the 11-year-old, leads the way from McLaren on 54 points. 4 points ahead of Shoaib Zafar in the Ferraris. Shoaib back. No sign of Shoaib just yet, so I think he might be on holiday with us, taking the night off on 50 points. So 4 points between first and second. Powdy is third on 35. Fourth is Sofa on 26, and we've got our big host of cars. It's Phoenix on 23, Nino on 23, then Dre on 20. Next will be Zexa on 16, followed by Lars and Ferrari on 15 and 13 respectively. Giroux is on 12, followed by Corboy on 12 also, and Flying Chrome on 10 points. But yeah, the likes of Blue Mosquito, Lordy and Game Freak are very experienced drivers, just struggling for points, all in single figures. Moving on to the Constructors' Championship, and it is Ferrari leading the way on 85 points. So Shoaib and Powdy leading the way, but it's Giroux and Leroy on 66, and if Leroy keeps it up, there'll certainly be a close battle for that title, with third of Williams on 36. So it looks to be a 2-horse race in the Constructors' Championship as we hit 8 PM.
Yep, well, should be getting ready to go now. As you said, Schweb's here. He's joined. Schweb Savard. He's not going to give up. For like, Taze needs to have it, or Leroy, whatever you want to call him. He needs to have his confidence shut down a little after he tried piping up to me and you last week, Connor. I feel like Schweb needs to come and give him a lesson about whatever, just not let's beat him, hype up.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously Leroy, to be fair to him, does have the quali pace, but does he have the race pace, the race management to get over the line and win this title, which he got to do in F6 against Brand last season? But he's certainly got the pace, and he's certainly looking for a good juicy promotion next season.
Yeah, he does deserve that promotion. Improved massively once again. He's improved from the start of last game. I remember came in as a terrible F6 driver, then challenged for the title miraculously at the end, came into F4 not thinking much, and he's coming now and challenging for promotion to F3 or possibly even F2 if he can show strong race pace for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I do agree with that. So yeah, 16 drivers thus far, but we're just waiting for maybe one more person. So yeah, a decent turnout for this legendary circuit. Spa always seems to be on the PSGL calendar, maybe just once in the last 20 odd seasons it's not been on the calendar. So yeah, everyone loves Spa, everyone loves some iconic corners, obviously Eau Rouge, Radion, and obviously Pouhon and Blanc-Jumon. So, you know, all sorts of quality, enjoyable corners. And even if you're a bit slow, you can just be very satisfied when you're driving the circuit.
I do agree profusely, as you say, Connor. It might not be one of people's best tracks, but you just got to enjoy the flow of it. It's got a nice flow to it. It's very, very fast, and it tests a lot of drivers' bravery around these corners. Oh my god, I can't. Oh my god.
Yeah. A few issues for little blocks. We've had a few name changes with Jack Tyler 46 becoming J Tyler 46, and also we welcome a new driver, Mike Messi 17, who makes his PSGL debut tonight for Alfa Romeo in F4. So good luck to Mike.
Indeed, well, as I said, these fast corners separate the bold from the brave, Connor, or however you say it. I most probably have butchered that line terribly, but you get what I mean.
Yeah, I do get what you mean. And in the chat we've got Neon Rapid, Jack Tyler, and also Jay Jitex, who is here every week, which is great to see. So yeah, we're just waiting for the last driver or two to join, and we can get this 80-minute qualifying session underway for round 6 of the season.
Yeah, no Renault's here. Yeah, who's the Renault? Who's the Renault team in this division?
Oh, forgettable.
Yeah, we got one Williams missing, one Toro Rosso missing. I should know it by now, but I don't know it, so
no, I don't. I don't care.
Just want to get underway. Too long, it's just gonna make me bored. So, normal procedures for tonight's race: 18-minute quali, 50% race. All the action brought to you by a little C.
Yeah, I agree, and obviously strategically very straightforward around Spa. Now that the qualifying tyre wear has been toned down, it'll be softs to mediums, or the guys at the top 10 will be doing mediums to soft. Easy peasy, 3 runs of softs in qualifying. A proper shootout, as it should be in my opinion, around every track.
Yeah, I would love to see, I've said this multiple weeks, I would love to see the tyre wear come back from like 2013, 2012 days where you making 2 or 3 stops a race. It just spice it up. It down more variable strategies, but now it's not very variable. Yeah, I've got medium soft, for example, or soft medium. I prefer the old types, if you want me to be honest, Connor.
Yeah, I do agree with you there, especially when it comes to league racing. 100%. I think in real life I'm not too against how the tyres are currently. I think, as we've seen today, they're still marginal on wear, and we saw that Mercedes, especially Hamilton's very good on his tyres and consistently benefits at the end of the season relative to Ferrari and relative to Bottas as well. So yeah, in terms of league racing, I would rather be qualifying on the softer tyres every race, and I make qualifying like a real good show, not just one run at the end on mediums. But it is what it is, and it looks like we're finally starting.
Finally, 5 minutes late now, 16 drivers in. I think there were 16 drivers still in at 8 o'clock, so I didn't really see the point of waiting for 5 minutes, but it is what it is. Let's enjoy a good about 90 minutes of action, I'd say. Maybe a little less, well, actually a lot less, about 60 minutes worth of action.
Oh yeah, the race is about 45 minutes. Spa and Monza are 2 of the shorter ones in terms of actual time, so it's right. It's going to be a quick one, but hopefully action packed with a lot of DRS action, a lot of slipstream action, which is what we want.
Yeah, I do agree, Connor, but surprisingly, this is the longest track in length. As you said, it's one of the shorter tracks. If in time, it's 44 laps compared to other tracks where you have your good 58, and even some tracks up to 70 laps.
Yeah. I mean, Singapore is very long in terms of like time, and they do 61 laps. Yeah, I don't get it. But I think I don't know why they do it. I think it's due to the race distance. They do like 300 kilometers, so they work it out like that. But it is what it is, I guess. Makes Singapore a very long, a very sweaty event, which we'll have about in a month's time.
Yeah, one of the glorious tracks of the F1 Canada, as I like to say, under the lights racing in a true spectacular area. But that's enough about Singapore. This is Belgium, and let's focus on what seems like a very overcast quality color.
Yeah, it is indeed. Hopefully we'll be seeing lots of soft tyres. Well, we will be, but I mean, hopefully we'll be seeing lots of soft tyres in the race. So I don't really want to see a wet race. Wet races tend to be quite dull, as we've got a Ferrari coming out already, which is good to see. Of Powdy, you know, he's been in the wars recently, has Powdy. We've got Lewis Millum in the party saying Lickle C. You know, people love the Lickle C combo, the new combo to PSGL, Edward.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to point out after you finished, a lot of cars are coming out quick. Could that be showing a bit of rain possibly on the cards? Because it looks quite dark. Clouds can form here quick, and rain can come down very quick. We saw it last night. Once it rained fast. So I wouldn't be surprised if it rains now.
Yeah, I do agree with you, Sam. We do actually have a couple of one penalty for this race, and it is Lordy Boy, who has 15 seconds added onto his final race time due to colliding with Ferrari guy at Paul Ricard. So yeah, Lordy Boy really struggling this season, and it looks like scoring points is going to be a very difficult task for the veteran.
Yeah, well, it's not impossible to score points for me. He just needs a bit of luck going his way, possibly. Maybe a VSC when he pits, or a few crashes here and there. This track's very prone to see crashes, such as this corner here where we're on board with Powdy. Through P1, easy to get on that inside curb and spin it, as we saw with Giovinazzi say. Eau Rouge, another corner. A lot, he's been catching people out for many games as that corner. Easy to lose the rear. And then Blanchimont. It's one of the easier corners, but you still have a huge possibility that you can have an incident there. So I still think Lloydie could get points if luck is his way.
Yeah, I do agree. It can spit you out, as we saw in the evaluation race. There's a lot of cars spinning out on the coast, P1 especially. Even this corner where Jack Tyler's coming through. I saw Cablo just crash there, run wide due to the understeer in Formula experience. But who are we going to ride on board with for the first lap?
Looks like it's going to be Powdy, Connor, and to see he doesn't opt to take the wider line that a lot of drivers take to get the best possible start to your lap. But let's see, Powdy, the man who had such a strong start to see, just seemed to drop off a little due to having collisions with drivers in previous races. He'll be looking to make up on a bit of lost ground he's had from about Spain and last week's race in Paul Ricard. Well, let's see, up Eau Rouge or Radion, overtake ERS. We've got 15 people in, opening the DRS, and we're going to reach a speed of around 200 and about 12 miles an hour, maybe 211, 210, 29.7 first sector, not too bad. And now one of the trickier parts of the circuit, a left, a right, left and a right, very easy to catch you out if you just take one of the wrong lines, Connor.
Yeah, and he comes through the next corner, off camber, easy to lock up the corner, through No Name, easy to run wide, but Powdy negotiates it very nicely. Powdy obviously won Formula experience rounder at Spa, so this man has got pedigree. He comes through the legendary P1 corner in gear 6. You can opt for gear 7, but there's not really much difference I find in speed, obviously, for pad users. I think gear 6 is what you have to run as he comes through the right, then through the left. Very tricky corners, very easy to understeer wide into the gravel top, but Powdy does negotiate nicely, and he's got rid of a car ahead, and it's Ferrari guy, so maybe he'll be able to get a bit of a tow as he runs wide up the next corner, stab a lot. So yeah, Powdy, as the car gets out of the way, but yes, steady from Powdy so far, but it's hard to say if it's going to be up there in the low 43s.
Yeah, I do agree, Connor, but it's not going to be like real life's race today. It's pretty standard setups between each one, either the 1-6 or 2-5 rig, so we won't see cars gain in the middle and then cars pull away on straights. I think it's going to be pretty straightforward to see which cars are quicker. But interestingly, Powdy goes slower than Giroux.
Yeah, a good lap there from Giroux to set the benchmark. Zexus next up, I believe. Jack Tyler through the final corner, on the medium tyres. So let's see what Jack Tyler can do in the Mercedes on the mediums. And it's 44.5, so not too bad from Jack to go on the soft compound tyres. Gamebridge got the home hero, goes 6th, but little Romanino on a 43.2 Edward, a very strong lap.
That's very quick. He's absolutely smashed it, and the man who we say is very strong in quality, Taze Leroy, being beaten by half a second. That's a great effort. That's F1 pace from Nino. I'm not sure if he runs ABS or not, but that is still a very good effort. And Zexa goes second, so strong bankers from those two here. And
yeah, very good.
Yeah, while we're on board, I think it was Jack Tyler. We had yellows in sector 1, 2, and 3, which was very, very weird.
Yeah, I do agree. Ferrari is also on a lap as Sophie comes through the final corner in the Haas Ferrari. She's been very consistent, very experienced driver, Sophie. But what can she do? And it's night for Sophie as Corboy leaves the session, which is a shame. Who's next?
Schweb, 44.5 on the mediums. Not too bad, to be honest. I think there's about 7/10 improvement between the mediums and the softs, maybe a little more.
Yeah, maybe a bit more. Ferrari guys next up in the Mercedes-Benz. There's Silver Arrow, easy to run wide here, and he does slightly, but keeps it on the circuit. A 43.2 is the time to beat as Phoenix slots into second. Just 2/10 down, so your F4 once again showing it's a very fast league, Edward. There's some really strong opening times from Nino and Phoenix.
Definitely, Connor. I wouldn't be expecting it coming from the 4th tier of PSGL. Just shows the standard of drivers is managed to get this season very quick. F2, F3, and I could say the top of F4 are very equal with each other over quality anyway. I'm not too sure about race as Ferrari guy goes into 10th place.
Yep, Jack Tyler was 3 tenths up, but he decides to pit, which is fair enough. Obviously, a very long lap round here, and you don't want to be on track too long. You want to get 3 runs in as Game Freak also decides to pit. So everyone, the home hero of Game Freak, of course, the Belgian fans. I don't think Game Freak has done too well over the years at his home track. France as well really struggled, the other Belgium, in PSGL history. So can Game Freak finally impress his fans?
Yeah, well, oh god, another nationality that's got very popular here in Spa is Holland. Sadly got disappointed today by seeing their driver in the wall lap 1. Have we got any Dutch drivers? Onyx were?
Yeah, Lars,
and who else on the PSGL? So we've got Lars, Onyx.
No one else. 6. Obviously we had Remco back in the day, one of the bigger names in the community.
Yeah.
But yeah, Onyx and Lars, I guess, are the main ones we've got left. I'm sure there's more, but I don't particularly we'll take too much notice. But we've got lots of Irishmen in the group. We've got like Leroy, Powdy, Ferrari guy, Mike Messi, and also Corboy. So 5 Irishmen on the grid.
That's almost a third of this. Well, pretty much a third of this grid, Connor, is dominated by the Irish.
Yeah, the good side of Ireland, I have to say so myself. So yeah, the guys are going back out on track on a set of soft tyres. Once again, a fresh set of boots. We'll be seeing 42s. I mean, I've done a 42.9, so I won't be surprised to see that lap time beaten here today in F4.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past if some teams try to get the slipstream with each other, because it's going to be very powerful. Slipstream is very powerful in this game. If you get one up through Eau Rouge and on the Kemmel Straight, you're bound to gain a couple tenths, which could definitely help you from your starting position. As you see here, Connor, it's separated from a 43.9 from Frome and a 43.6 from Zexa from 3rd to 7th. Those couple of tenths could really matter to your starting position, as Lordy has just started a lap.
Yep.
Might get a nice little toe here, to be fair to him. Come around maybe at a perfect time. Flying Frome gets well out of the way. Who's this guy ahead of him? Can't really tell.
And just looking at F3, the top 5 are separated by 2 tenths. Leon on provisional pole on a 43.0 and Black Felix on a 43.2. So F3 really showing some strong pace. But I mean, ABS is a very strong tool around Spa. So I'm sure I'll be fast with ABS, of course.
I'm not sure if Leon uses ABS. Or does he?
But like, no, Leon just uses the line. Obviously, Leon, getting back on form slowly. I think slowly but surely, he's getting back to the F1, let's say midfield pace where he was at before. But who's next? Who's going to be on a lap?
Lordy.
Who's on a lap?
3.1. Trying to get as much out of this car as he can. He's got to push relentlessly today, Connor. He's got to get as many positions as he can. Don't be stupid, but get your way through this field.
Yep. And I've spoke to the man many times myself, and he's already considering of withdrawing from the league due to how bad his run of form has been. Edward, what do you make of that? He's only got 8 points, and his pace, to be fair, has been good in qualifying in recent races, but it's the race where he's really struggled.
Well, I can see why. He's had a very long career in PSGL as Lordy, and now as you become older, like yourself, you get less time to practice due to things like work. So it's understandable if the form's not there and he does decide to call it a day in the next couple of weeks.
Do agree profusely. So we've got Giroud on a lap, currently 6, just less than a tenth up in the first sector. So yeah, Giroud coming through P1 for another time, goes into gear 6. Does he keep on the circuit? He does run wide slightly there, so I'll check if it's an invalidation just to see if we can move on to someone else. And it is an invalid lap there for Giroud, so let's move on.
My boy Corboy right behind him on a lap.
Yep, so 0.8 in the first for Corboy. Really, you want a 0.6 if you're really extracting the maximum from your car. But obviously, you don't know what downforce levels people are running. Not everyone can handle the 1.6, and it's a 15.6 in the middle sector. So yeah, a very solid lap so far from Corboy. Maybe looking for the Giroud Powley sort of level as we welcome QPR Beasts. And one more as Mike Messi retires on his debut.
That's in sector 1, and I think that could be at Eau Rouge, Connor, or Radion, whatever you want to call it. Street pits to see what.
The first part is Eau Rouge, the exit is Radion. So what can Corby do in the racing points? And as predicted, he goes 5th. Just near Leroy and Jaruru, so it's very strong up there from TMC Core Boy.
Takes Leroy half a second up through the middle sector, and he's coming through Blomschmong now in the McLaren. He's got hardly any RS left, so this could be the difference between him and Nino at the front. You've got to conserve some
no deployment.
Yeah,
no
you've got to
deployment
conserve.
on my screen.
None on my screen either. Let's see, what can he do? Up to the line. It's a 43-2. Takes pole by less than a tenth. But I'm going to watch Nino now, who was 10th up through the middle sector, but did bottle it and get invalid.
Yeah, he did indeed. 0.6 in the first set as Phoenix also bottles when he was 2/10 up. So there's a few bottles as Game Freaker, the home hero, goes fourth. Woot very est goes fourth. His home fans go wild in the Red Bull on a 43.5. But look at the times, Edward. Very close. Look at all the amount of guys in the 43s. Great to see.
Yeah, everyone down to Sophie's on it, but I'm on board with Powdy now. He's half a second up. Powdy can find a bit of time out of this bus stop chicane. He's got some hours left, a little bit more than Leroy. He could find a way to possibly gain a bit more time and get on the front row. Pole might not be the best position to start here. So you see Powdy go second, level with Nino.
What a lap. What a lap. Look how close it is. A 10th between the best 3 drivers in the league. Where's Shoaib? We need to see what Shoaib's doing. Shoaib's flying. What can Shoaib? No, he's not. Maybe he's in number 3 for the air, so I'm not too sure what Shoaib can do, but he should be putting himself up there. No, he pits. He disappoints us all. Pits for Shoaib.
Yeah, someone who's disappointing me now is down in 11th, is flying throne. The man who come down from F3, struggling in F4, can't even get in the top 10. He had a miserable race last time out in France, and it looks like, judging by his quality, it's going to be another miserable race for him today.
Yeah, I do agree. Laurie's about to stop one of his laps. I'm not sure anyone else is really getting the juices flowing on their latest time lap, to be honest, as they probably look to return to pit lane.
Yeah, well, he's got to try aim for about 29.6, 29.7 first sector from Lordy, which was the time from Leroy. Decent effort, but I still think Leroy's got more time than that. But let's see Lordy up through Erosion, out of Radion, hoping up with DRS. Interestingly, doesn't use overtake on the straights, Connor.
Yeah, I don't know if he's not aware of it being fast or just wants to be more efficient with his errors, and it's only a 29.9 from Lordy in the first sector. Very disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah, he's struggling. I think his time is coming ever closer to an end. We got yellow in sector 2. It's for Powdy and Nino.
Oh,
yeah, going slow.
A bit of jiggery pokery.
Yeah, I have to agree. Look, how is it that Powdy's ahead of Nino, but they've set the exact same time, but Nino set it first? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Yeah, it should be the other way around, but I guess it's just a Codemasters type thing. Or maybe Codemasters are that intelligent they can do like more decimal places, and Powdy's was actually quicker.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get what you mean, but we're just going off the information we're provided here. Lordy struggling for grip through this little set. Let's see what his little sector time was. It was a 45.8 and 29.9 compared to.
He's about 2/10 off Core Boy, so he's on for probably a high 43, maybe P12, P11 if he's lucky. I'd probably just pit if I was him. Pit, get a new set of boots on, and go again.
Yeah, I do agree. We'll see what he does anyway. Into the bus stop. He's going to set the lap. Out of the bus stop and up to the line. 44.0 and P13.
Yeah, as predicted, Edward. Very good with my predictions this evening. So Sophie starts lap. Giroux 6,000's up in the first sector. Company P10. He runs wide again.
That's got to be.
Oh, Giroux. No, it's not.
How's he got away? How's he got away with that? Lucky guy.
Yeah, through the iconic chicane section, quite dull. The Fania chicane is what they call it, and he's already 2 seconds up at 50.4, so Giroux is flying out there. A 10th or 2 can put you up to P5, P4, so Giroux really be looking to make some big gains, Edward.
Yeah, well, if he gets this final sector right, he could jump up, I say, just ahead of Gamefair. I think Phoenix is just a little bit out of range unless this is a spectacular final sector from him. So he comes through the bus. He's got good errs. He's got good errs. Up to the line. Stays where he was.
Yeah, P8 for Giroux as QPR Beast asks how is everyone? I'm fine. QPR Beast, aka Louis, multiple race winner in the F1 League. Edward, you know, something you want to be.
It will happen, Connor. It will happen. As I say, some takes longer than others, and unfortunately, mine's taken very long.
Yeah, Ferrari guy's next stop. He's out of hers, but no one else is really on a lap. So what can Ferrari go through the bus stop chicane, out of deployment, out of juices? He's got no electrical juices left in his Mercedes power. And it can Ferrari guy put it in the top 10? No, disappointing 14th.
Struggling. He had to get a new wheel during the week due to something going. And you know what wheel that was, Connor? It's the problematic G29s he has to get rid of. So I finally have someone who struggles with the G29s along with me. An indication those wheels are not reliable.
I'm just saying, Shoaib's not going to get back out in time, and no one else is on a lap at the minute.
I think it's going to be close, Connor, with him.
Yeah, everyone else is on out laps Edward, so Leroy looks maybe furthest.
Yeah, it looks a little close, but remember there is a glitch, Connor, with the timing screens. So sometimes, we could have that with Schweb. Could be more time on his screen than there is on ours.
Interesting. Very interesting. I think we should ride on board with Leroy. He's about to start his lap.
Yeah, I'm on board with him.
Yeah, so on board with Leroy, the youngest race winner ever in PSGL history. He's fighting with touchdown, and it wasn't a glitch. Shoaib isn't going to get back round, but who cares about Shoaib? It's Leroy, 11-year-old teenage sensation. So on board into their source. Easy to run wide, where he takes it nice side, going to gear 1, up shift to gear 3 fast, but Leroy stays into up to 3, up to 4 on the run down to the iconic Eau Rouge corner, flat out deploying the overtake as we hear the engine of Eau Rouge, then through Radion up to the Camel Straight, activated GIs in overtake Edward, and a very strong first sector so far from Leroy.
Yeah, it looks good so far. We'll have to see his delta, and he's down in fact, Connor. I feel like maybe if he did go down to first and double up to third, could have a little bit more time, but he's committed. Look at how much he's thrown that car through there. Oh, I think that could be his lap over if you ask me. We've got to see the middle set. We have to stick on board with him.
Yeah, we do indeed, because Powdy's just about to cross the line with 8 seconds to go, so Powdy makes it round just about, which is great to see. But yeah, Leroy pushing hard into P1, what he's saying is, and all go down to gear 6. Let's see. It's gear 6, there's a big lift, and he gets the front end in, doesn't run wide like Giroud, but yeah, Leroy is pushing hard, but it has been a couple of mistakes so far on his lap for the provisional pole man.
Yeah, we just got to judge by his middle set. If he is down by a little in the middle set, then by about 2 tenths, I will go off board with him, go to maybe Nino or Powdy. Let's see. He's a 10th up. How is he finding that? My God.
Yeah, a mega from Leroy Farmer as he comes through into Belgium flat out corner using the overtake because Leroy's looking to extend his advantage. He goes on the grass slightly. A bit naive, perhaps.
Yeah, trying to find too much time out of that car, and it's cost him a little on the straight. Out of hers again into the bus stop chicane. As he comes out of it, can he extend his lead? At the front, he has to. Up to the line, Taze Leroy. No, he gets Powdy screwed.
Powdy's done. Leroy, Nino's 2 tenths up.
I've just caught it, and this could be a 42. If he gets this right, it could be a 42, and he could smash the field. Dre has just joined the lobby very late, which is unfortunate for him. Let's see Nino through Blomschmong and up to the bus stop chicane. He's going to be out first now. He's going to give him a little less. As Game Freak has gone 4th, Con at 5th now, because Sex has gone 4th.
Very good. What can Nino do? The Welsh superstar into the 42, surely.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
Oh, my word. Wow. 42.9.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning from the Welsh maestro. Nino, little Roman Nino was an F6, but he's on pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix, as there was a late improvement there, which I didn't quite catch. But what a lap there from Nino. Absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it's a little war between him and Leroy. It's like Leroy saying, "Here, I got this," and then Nino's like slapped it right back in his face and just demolished him in qualifying. I'd say 2.5 tenths with these two caliber of drivers. It's really good from Nino. I don't know where he's managed to find that.
I mean, probably the youngest front row you're ever going to see in PSGL history thus far. It's Nino on pole, Leroy, then Powdy, Zexer's a solid 4th with Lars in 5th, home hero, Game Freaker is 6th, then a finger, Jack Child only 8th, Drew Knight with Core Boy in 10th, Flying Throne will get fresh tyres in 11th, ahead of Sophie, Lordy, CPEI, Ferrari Guy, Shoaib Zafar, then Mike Messi on his debut. Yeah, Shoaib has got a lot of work to do to get his title challenge back on track.
Yeah, indeed. However, Connor, I'm just thinking about it. Nino's hard work could all be cut out by the end of sector 1 on lap 1. Because with the slipstream and the DRS, not slipstream DR, it's just a slipstream and then up the hill and down the Kemmel Straight. I'm not surprised if we see Leroy up into the lead at the end of sector 1.
Yeah, I do agree. The first lap is going to be very interesting, like it was in real life. And good evening to the chat's even big as they are. 17 viewers on a Sunday evening. You know, it's quite a good amount considering the amount of leagues, mainstream leagues going on. But Aaron Collingwood obviously is DNF'd or disconnected from his AOR race, so unlucky.
Yeah, well, if you 27 minutes in, it starts at 8, I assume. So he must be only 9 minutes in. And Connor, I'm just looking at the views for the other streams. We have 17 watching. F5 has 7, and F3 has 8. They're here for the little C action. That's what they want.
Which is good. And obviously, you know, we've got a lot of fine talent, the likes of Nino, the likes of Leroy. Now, people want to see this good young talent and see what's going on as Nino is actually lagging for me.
Yeah, oh my god, what?
Is it a restart?
There shouldn't be a restart.
I'm not seeing anything in the chat.
Is he lagging badly?
Yeah, he is lagging quite badly.
So I don't see why there's a restart.
No, there's no restart, but he's lagging. That's what I'm saying. Maybe he's just gone to the back to be safe. I don't know, but not ideal.
I did see Dre join at the end of quali, then leave at the end. I don't think there would be a restart because he was.
There won't be a restart for any late joiners, but yeah, Nino is lagging, so maybe him and Leroy in a party and it's been communicated. I'm not too sure, but yeah, as Jack Tyler's backed out as well. So yeah, some strange shenanigans going on the formation app.
I've got a feeling. Connor, he's gone to the back on purpose to try and let Leroy's tyres get cold. And then have the best for when he starts. Oh, for God's sake.
I don't know. Is that a phone which has been dropped? Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on, but I mean, there's not really any strict rules about the formation app. You meant to stay in position and just warm your tyres up, but it is what it is, I guess. I don't know. He was lagging, so maybe he just wanted to be out of the way. His lag just seems to have calmed down, though, on my screen, so which is promising to see. But in terms of tyres, it's mediums for Sophie, Lordy, Schauber, Mike, with softs for Ferrari Guy, Frome, and obviously the top 10. Can we get some predictions in the chat? Who's going to win? Will Leroy make it 4 out of 5? Or will Nino get a win on the board at long last? I've shown some outstanding pace. Will the experience come to show? Will the likes of Powdy or Zex or even Game Freaker take a hoe win? Get your top 3 predictions in the chat for this Belgian Grand Prix. Yeah, it's an iconic circuit. What a beautiful circuit. And obviously we've got Silverstone, Hockenheim, the Marina Bay Street Circuit in Singapore to come, and even Japan very shortly. So, you know, it's going to be a great month of racing in PSGL at these iconic venues.
Yeah, well, we got a prediction saying from Pure's Dynamic, I think I've said it right. Lee first, Nino second, F1 Sophie third. QPRB saying Game Freaker first, Lordy second, Messi third.
Yeah.
I'd say highly unlikely.
You can tell that man doesn't watch too many streams nowadays. Now he's in his retirement home.
Yeah, I think QPRB has put it's like 500 to 1 odds. He's trying to get a bit of money by putting a £1 on Connor and taking a risk.
Yeah, that man's desperate for a win as Jack Tyler returns to the grid. And where is Nino? Is he on the grid? Yeah, he is. Yeah. Which is good to see. And I'll watch the back.
Lordy said Jack will be getting a penalty for messing about in the formation lap.
Yeah. Well, Lordy can say what he wants. He's not a steward.
Yeah. Anyway, the lights are finally coming on here in Belgium. It's 3, it's 4, it's 5. It's lights out and away we go for the start of the PSGL F4 Belgian Grand Prix, and it's a good start from Nino. Powdy has jumped Leroy. Leroy has not had the greatest of starts, and I think it's all good into turn 1. Leroy holds it around the outside, and I'm going to go on board Leroy, or in fact Powdy, for the run on to the Kemmel Straight through Eau Rouge and up and Radion. Let's see.
Yeah, so far so good. Sorry to interrupt. So far so good. Very clean at the back.
Oh, Leroy! Oh my God! I thought he almost died. Leroy almost died off Eau Rouge and there.
Jack Tyler's about to make a move. There's a bit of side-by-side action further down, but looks quite clean. Very good racing so far. It's coming to Lecom for the first time. Jack Tyler looking to make a move on Lars, and Jack up to 6th, last 7th. Nicely done from JT.
Yeah, I'm just going to get the position change up on my controller. We've got Frome gaining 1 position, Game Freak gaining 1 position, Jack Tyler 2 positions, Giroux 1 position, Lordy 2 positions, Ferrari Guy 2 positions, and Mike Messi 2 positions. But a lot of people losing positions at the opening lap due to their big slipstream up the Kemmel Straight.
Yeah, lots of drivers running wide, understandably, on the opening lap here. Smart Poo on, very tricky corner, but very clean, which is a nice surprise.
Yeah, well, everyone is within a second of each other. What you like to see as we are coming to the end of lap 1 now. Nino, he needs to start picking the pace up and check out that DRS. Another 2 tenths, and I think he'll win this race. But Leroy is not going to give this up without a fight.
That's very true. Game Freak are closing in on Zexa into Blanchimon, 4th and 5th. The Game Freak very a wily old fox, but he does like a spin like Mr. Grumpy and Shuho Finn. As there's a Mercedes of Jack Tyler as Game Freak launches it into the must-stop chicane. Zexa runs wide and surely will be compromised. Game Freak looks to do the up and under, but yeah, Zexa sort of holds it quite well and maintains position.
Yeah, well, lap 1, Nino 49.8 first lap. That's quite a strong first lap from Nino. He's got a good gap in front. And I feel like he's going to run off into the distance. But I'm going to see who else they're battling, who's close.
Maybe Game Freak. Oh, Zexa's bottled it slightly up over ready on. And Game Freak is certainly going to make the move. Jack Tyler also might be looking to make a move. But yeah, Zexa all out of shape and doing his traditional bottle. So Game Freak is going to send the home fans wild. Can he make the move around the outside? Oh,
no! Oh, I need to see that again on stream. It just looked like...
Yeah, I thought Game Freak had turned in quite early to me. Like,
yeah, I have to agree. It looks like
the home fans go wild. They're celebrating. Louis Jakobsen in the Estonian stand is going wild with all the Belgian fans. So it'll be interesting to see what people's opinions on that incident. But it looked like Game Freak had turned in quite early, quite sharply there. Well, yeah, as he says, big balls on show from Woot. So yeah, further up, Leroy's staying 6 tenths behind Nino with Powdy already out of DRS. So yeah, the top two are really checking out with Game Freak at 1.55 after that small collision with Zexa, whose race is ruined. No wing for Sondre, who has a lot to say for himself.
I can't blame Sondre for that. That was... In my opinion, it looked like...
sorry, Giroud and the Red Bull side by side. It's pushing on. Side by side, actually, Giroud on the inside, Lars on the outside, side by side. Oh, no! Oh, no.
Huge accident. Car out. Another car in the barriers, and he's reset to track very dangerously. And...
Lovely sort of space. Lovely. Coreboy hits. Coreboy's got damage.
Yep, a bit of that luck could be coming his way.
Yeah, I'd deploy a safety car for that personally. Yellow flags in sector 1 and 3. Who is it? No one. Oh, sector 3. Who is it? No one. But yeah, Leroy gusting the ice range of Nino. So yeah, Leroy staying with him as Powdy. He's also closing up slightly.
Jack Tyler.
Jack Tyler.
Ooh, no, easy. Nice slipstream and waves goodbye. The Belgian fans sing with disappointment as you see Jack Tyler in the Mercedes breeze past him. Has Game Freak got any damage from that incident?
Doesn't look like it. No official damage.
No damage indeed, from what I can see. So lucky to get away with that, but the stewards are going to be busy, Connor. That's what I can say. They're going to be one busy set of people.
Yeah, I do agree, and I think that comes as a very naive pace I would take. I find them up on the inside and spun on F1 2015, and it's not really a place I like to overtake. I just rather do it around the outside. The inside line is not what you want, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I expect to see a few overtakes there through this race, but I have to agree, the inside just seemed like it just leads you to understeer and just into a car.
And they tend to just cut you off, which they understandably do, unless you're right up the inside. But even then, they still have the line into the next corner. So yeah, it's all settled down a little bit. People still did go into the Leroy 8. That's back on Nino. Powdy's dropped back. Game Freak are staying with the Jack Tyler, while Lars has got thrown. And Lordy may be looking for some good points if you can just keep it consistent and not make any mistakes.
Yeah, well, currently he has to pick the pace up and hope for a few other collisions because he's going to drop out the points, drop to about 12th place. But he has a chance, Connor. He has a chance of getting the point if drivers keep driving at the way they are and taking each other out.
Well, he will be on soft tyres at the end. And you know, Frome looks to be struggling, as is Lars, on these soft tyres. So yeah, Lordy's in an alright position if he can just stick in the DRS. As Frome looks to be making a move on Lars for P6, as Zexa calls it a day.
Yeah, I would have found it hard to carry on, Connor, after something like that, to be honest. Ruins the race.
Yeah, I do agree, as Lars is very slow flying through him, looking to use all of his experience. The wily old man down the inside into Brussels. Lars holds it, but Frome's just got the traction, the experience, the quality, but Lars keeps it up in the inside, and surely will push Frome wide. Job done. Lovely stuff there. Actually, Frome's got damage.
Yeah, I just noticed Frome has damage, but does Lars have damage as well then, which is causing all this? Lars seems to be losing all. Yeah, he's got front wing damage to the left end plate, I believe. Well. Yeah, Lars got damage. Oh. And the one who's on the back of this is Lordy, and I believe if I get a good shot here, Lordy has got no damage, so he's got a chance to pounce on these two.
Yeah, it's great news for Lordy, but he really needs to get this moved on because Mike Messi's closing in very quickly here. So yeah, Lordy really needs to get some moves on, start make moves, get these drivers out of the way. They're very slow, but obviously wing damage on a straight is actually beneficial, less downforce.
Yeah, I say the track that you can get away with it most is Monza, but it's not too bad of a track this to have front wing damage. Could be worse, could be at tracks like Spain, Monaco, and that where front wing damage is to drive with.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the wing damage affects the guys up over Rouge and Radi on this as yellow.
Coreboy.
So TMC, Coreboy, useless. That man, damaged goods at the minute.
Showed good potential last season. Now it's just...
Yeah, he did, but... But yeah, sorry to interrupt, but yeah, Lars, Lordy, and also Flying Chrome in the middle.
Lordy lagging badly.
Yeah, he is. He is. That bad internet shocking on main road. So yeah, can Chrome now make the move with this wing damage. Up the inside, no, not up the inside, the dreadful inside. Backs out of it as he should. As Mike is dropping a little bit of time with Sophie and Shoaib Zafar. Shoaib not really making any progress, which is a surprise.
Yeah, currently Leroy gaining 12 points, which he's not near. I think it'll bring the gap up to about 16 points at the front. And he needs to get a move on Shweb, because this, or Shoaib, however you say it, because it's really not doing him any favours for his championship fight.
And Lordy's going to be getting very frustrated in this middle sector because these guys ahead have got wing damage. So we're losing all sorts of time, but they're in DRS range. Chrome's in DRS range of him, so Lordy really can't pounce as Lars runs slightly wide, understeering as well. Or Lordy on the better tyre at this point. It's just looks much faster.
Yeah, it's like you got Formula 4 at the front, and you got Formula 4.5 from Lars down, it seems.
Yeah. And with, just a quick note to Jack Tyler, he did complain that F4 was too quick, but you know, he's doing a really good job.
Bit of sulking, Connor. That's what it was.
Exactly. Yeah, I do agree. So Lordy using overtake.
Oh, Jack's messed himself under braking as soon as we said that.
Oh, disappointing. Jinxing. Oh, Frome's hit Lars. I don't know if there's any more damage, but a little bit now. But look at that, Mike Messi.
Oh,
Mike Messi.
Yeah.
As does I mention him, Mike Messi with a bit of a bottle there. But the top, Lars and Frome, little.
Yeah, I've got it all on camera, but the timing of that is unbelievable. I think you have to watch Frome though. Lordy time penalty, which is questionable what where that brings his total to 18 seconds for this race now. Here comes Frome. To the outside, can he get it done? Close. Respectful racing, Lars holding it round the outside. He's managed to hold it. Lordy down the inside. Oh my god.
Oh.
Beautiful helicopter cam shot we got here.
Yeah, this is good dueling. Lars and Frome, you know, wily men, wily old foxes. They know how to wheel to wheel race. This does Lordy, so I expect some good clean action hopefully for the longer this battle goes on. But it could get quite juicy to poo on.
Yeah, if anyone goes for it here, it's a bit ambitious, a bit audacious if they go for it. But Lordy
could try and make a move. Yeah,
launch it.
What I would do as well.
He's gonna. Oh no, you can't do it there. He's got to get
Just
past.
Doesn't have the confidence with the turning, does Lordy? I know he's on a pad, but he just doesn't have that feel for the pad that some of the top drivers like Louis and Aaron Collin would have.
Yeah, well, just looking at the front, Nino is out of the DRS and Leroy can't catch him. Hold up a minute, it could go side by side through Blomchamong. Lagging a little is Lordy. Oh, they've managed to keep it clean there. Two of the old ones of F4 goes round the outside. Oh my god, is that lag or whatever?
Yeah. Bit of lag and he's now ghosted, so bit of a cheap move there as Lars pits obviously maybe for a set of mediums.
Yeah, well, Lordy off in 6th now, and he needs to get a move on. But Frome is going to come right back past him, I assume. Damage Wind's going to give him more straight line speed. What yellow said?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, bottle. It's a bottle. It has to be. Game
Bottle,
Freak, that man. Bottles.
Oh no!
Oh, Mike Messi. Oh no, yeah. Game Freak Russell stick at Radion. Disaster for Woot, the home hero. That man has got a career of bottling. To be honest, he's done it time and time again. He just doesn't learn. And his home race goes down the drain yet again as Zexa screams, "Karma, karma!" as flying thrown. What a move down the inside on the grass of Lordy. Shum Zafar is going to be in the mix as well.
Yep, and currently Lordy is going to be getting points, or a point. So it's perfect for him. SSR Phoenix will be going to the end, but he's got that big enough gap of around the 15 seconds.
Yeah,
I think he'll sneak 10th.
Yeah, I do agree. Well, the top 4 is done and dusted, providing there's no bottles. Jack Tyler, 10 seconds clear of Lordy.
Yep, Leroy gaining back on Nino. One of Dash. Yeah, Nino saved a bit of hers. He is on 90% hers.
Oh! Fucking hell. Jack Tyler nearly hit the wall very wide there. Tyler's obviously wearing a little bit. But the battle in the midfield has been juicy. Mr. Zafar. Past Sophie. No, said it Sophie anyways. So look at Sophie. Great speed. Lots of hers as well.
Yeah, I feel like Sophie's a bit too, as Lordy said earlier, a bit too nice on track. Can't be nice in league racing these days, Connor, or you'll get eaten alive. Yeah,
you'll get gobbled up as James Texas. That's what Nino's times are, so I'm just going to read Nino's times like repeated. 47.6, 47.7, 47.9, 47.9, 47.9, 48.3. So yeah, Edward, very respectable times there for Nino.
Yeah, quick, very quick. He's
Powdy's in, Powdy's in.
Sorry,
Powdy's in for the undercut. Medium tyres for Powdy. And he's got a bit of traffic as well. Sophie and Shoaib.
Yeah, well, he's currently got a 1.5 second lead. It's got enough time this lap to push and try get past those guys, but once he gets into the back of those, Dirty S is going to compromise him. He's going to lose time, and then allow the guys ahead of him to get away once again.
Yeah, I do agree, but the battle for the win is still on. Nino versus Leroy, a second is the gap, so be interesting to see who will go for the undercut first, Alfa Romeo or McLaren. Renan, obviously Bottles are also on the agenda. Jack Tyler third, Lordy 4th, head of Shoaib. Sophie is 6th, Powdy 7th, who's pitted with Fryguy in 8th. So obviously when the top 2 pit, they'll be in the traffic, the likes of Lordy, the likes of Shoaib and Sophie. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the traffic affects the battle for the win.
Yeah, well, Lordy currently just out of DRS as Schweb. Schweb has to enter the DRS if he wants to defend from a charging Sophie, it seems. Oh, for God's sake, fuck. Sorry.
Okay, well, I don't know what the issue is, but we'll continue. So yeah, the gap's a second between the top 2, but yeah, Jack Tyler 9 seconds off the lead with Lordy 19 seconds off the lead after just 8 laps. So yeah, Nino pits, Leroy pits, so it's going to be a battle of the pit stops, Edward. Who will come out on top, Alfa Romeo or McLaren?
I think Alpha will. I've got to go let my dog out for a minute. So just bear with me, Connor. Sorry.
Yeah, just stay on board with the Leroy. Stay on board with Leroy. So yeah, on board with Leroy, hopefully. As there's technical difficulties at the Hart household. Where will the top 2 come out? Jack Tyler stays out. So where will Nino feed out in relation to the traffic? Here's Lordy. There's Lordy. And they could come out just ahead. So crucial for the top 2. They're ahead and they've got free air. A pit stop already over Lordy. So yeah, it wasn't as tight as I thought it'd be. So any bottles of Eau Rouge and Radiant? No. Oh, Lordy's off. Lordy's bottled it up Eau Rouge. Lordy's out. Disaster for Lordy, but he's just lost it up Radion, and his race is over. Lordy boy, his retirement incoming for the 19-year-old Lordy, out of the Belgian Grand Prix. Disaster. Yeah, so we just had to deal with the chat. So yeah, on board, I think we're on board with Leroy still, I'm not too sure. But yeah, Leroy doing a great job, but yeah, Lordy just lost it up. Oh, Rouge, and can we just behave in the chat or be timing a few more people out? You know, those be firing shots, especially when you're banned from the PlayStation Gaming Leagues for eternity. Like yourself, Mr. Martin. So can we just behave, please? And you can return to the chat in 300 seconds. So yeah, Leroy 1.3 behind. Nino, Sophie just behind Shoaib and Zafar as we wait for Lickle to let his dog in or whatever they're doing. So Yep. Hopefully we can just enjoy a bit of Leroy if we're on board with him or Nino. Just enjoy the show. Enjoy what these top talents, these are young, the young blood of PSGL, as Jack Tyler finally makes a pit stop from the lead of the Grand Prix. Currently net 4th behind Powdy. Next medium tire is for Jack Tyler, one of the other young guns on the grid. So yeah, Jack Tyler feeds out from 6th. Oh, into 6th rather. About 3 seconds behind Powdy, but yeah, Jack Tyler's really secured of 4th place. So what else is going on? Any other dueling going on as Ferrari Guy comes out in P10 for Ferrari Guy. So not really too much going on.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Miss anything?
Not too. I had to ban Martin because he said all your family's on benefits. So yeah. But no, nobody crashed out as well out of Radion.
Yeah, if I was to respond to Martin, I'd get banned from PSGL commentary. So I'll keep my words to myself, Connor.
Yeah,
let's just
but
say
the top two came
nice.
out in. Yeah, the top 2 came out in clear air while Lordy was spun out of Radion. So that's the main bits. So Jack Tyler 4 seconds behind. But yeah, Sophie and Powers looks to be the closest duel at the minute.
Yeah, well, does Lordy penalty carry over to next race, or does it?
Nah, it's done. It's done.
Yeah, alright. Only fair, he showed up to try to take it.
Yeah.
Powdy
on Sophie.
Ooh, around the outside. Great move if you can get it done. Great move from Powdy, just about. No, Sophie holds on. Sophie's one hard fighter.
Yeah, she's a very good racer, very experienced, very feisty woman. That's what I've realised when it comes to Sophie. And, you know, she's a solid driver. She gets the points, she gets the job done, and you know, you've got to respect that.
Yeah, well, I'm just watching Powdy up. Origin Radion now gonna have to slipstream down the Camel Straight, not using the overtake as now he is. It's gonna be nice and easy coming into Le Combe, I believe it is. Round the outside before the break in, nice and easy up to 4th place.
Yep, nicely done from Powdy. You know, he's on for a solid podium as it stands. So you know, he's not really got the pace of the top 2, but he's got the experience and quality, which obviously does shine through in the end.
Yeah, I agree. As Cowboys retired, so everyone's getting points now, Connor, in this race.
Yeah, which is good to see. People have been rewarded. But this is a circuit that bites. These curbs, they just sling you off, and they can just punish you. As we've seen today, that's a Cowboy, Lordy, Game Freaker, Mike Messi as well, and obviously, unfortunate for Zexa, who's involved in a collision with Game Freaker, who's also out of the Grand Prix.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep, and it's good to see Louis on moderator in the chat, so that's good to see.
Yeah, I mean, I've got both at PSGL and my other account with both, like, I've got power on it, so any more stupid stuff like that, it will not be tolerated. He's put it in a perfect way as QPRB's top class admin duty in from him.
Yeah, a top bloke is QPRB's. So yes, Leroy isn't got the pace, has he? Compared to Nino, outstanding from the Welshman in the lead, but obviously Nino's not really in the title race at the minute, so it's not really the end of the world. Leroy's doing a good job in terms of the title, with his title contenders Troy and Powdy behind him.
Yeah, wow. Nino is putting Leroy right. He's slapping him right back down. Leroy got the ego last week, Connor, and now this week,
yeah,
he
is taught a lesson.
Yeah.
But Nino, to be fair, is capable of the odd bottle, so let's not rule it out. We saw what happened to Lordy and others, Game Freak as well, so let's not rule it out just yet. It's very easy to save mistakes on a wheel compared to a pad. One mistake on a pad is usually over.
Yeah, well, is Leroy on a pad or?
No, Leroy, I believe, on a wheel, and Nino's on a pad.
Oh, so. Yeah, Leroy has a better chance.
Aaron can correct me, but I believe that is the case.
Yeah, well, let's have a look. The only really battle with DRS now, the race starting to die down a little, is Pauli, Schweb and Frome Lars.
Yeah. No, Lee is on a pad as well, according to Aaron, so they're both on pads, which is interesting.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Schweb would just let Pauli through. There's no point fighting him.
Well, it's good to see pad OP, pad Leroy, pad Pauli, pad Nino, pad OP. That's all I see. Pad, pad, pad.
Pad OP. That's quite a funny comment from Aaron in the chat there, to be fair.
Yeah, no, I do agree. He couldn't reach the pedals, the little man. Little Leroy, 11 years of age, fighting for the F4 Championship. The championship leader, of course, the youngest race winner in PSGL history. That was 10 years of age. I think that record, I can't see that record ever be beaten. But you never know.
Time to train my little cousin, Connor. Try to get him a victory.
Exactly.
Yeah. I've got to win first before I start training him.
Exactly, and there's Pauli, yeah, Pauli and his teammates. Shove very slow up Rouge and rally on. The teammates, his Pauli, Shove can let him through. Yeah, I think he does. So yeah, Pauli's through. Sensible racing from them too. As Sophie, I came out in 6th on a fresh set of softs. So a great job from Sophie so far.
Yeah, I think this will be the maximum. She'll actually, she'll come out ahead of Schweb. I know the pit lane lost. If she sets a good enough lap, she can come out ahead of Schweb. She needs to maximise the grip she's got on the tyres. Get out of none and push. She can get ahead of Schweb here and get 5th place, which is what is a good result for Sophie, being one of my drivers this season. Very consistent. Connor.
Yep, definitely deserves a lot of respect. And also, when Troy pits, I think he'll come out with 6th, 5th, rather. So. Yeah, the race has settled down a little bit, but you know, it's not bad.
Yeah, well, Leroy's got the DRS. Wow, Leroy's gained. He's got into DRS.
Yeah, he's pushing hard. And I was getting a warning situation, it's always good to say. Yeah, Nino with no warnings, and Leroy has 2 warnings on the first lap, but one of them was a collision warning. So yeah, Leroy's got 1 warning.
Yeah, well, Leroy just added DRS. Last time I checked on, I believe it was about 2 seconds. Now 1.1. He has a chance.
Yeah, and everyone debating, the top 2 are no TC. You won't be doing 42s on medium TC, that's for sure.
Yeah, if you could do that on medium TC. I'm sure, Connor, if you could, you'd be switching that on to get the 42.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I think we're seeing people learning the game, learning what assists are best, and they're improving. They're young, and that's what I think people are a little bit jealous, perhaps.
Yeah, well, interestingly, Sophie's up to 5th. Sophie's undercut Schweb, and Leroy's got a penalty.
Did he just get 2 warnings just like that? Yeah, the penalty and 2 warnings. Fucking hell. Yeah, Leroy. Fucking hell.
I don't get what. Connor, can I ban Martin from this channel?
What did he say this time?
Think you're bad, man. Now you started with hanging with Lickle and Connor, just causing trouble in chat.
Yeah, that man wants to come back to PSGL. He said he's changed. Well, I say a leopard never doesn't change its spots, does it, Edward? He's still the same petulant man-child. The man is a father. He's 30 years old.
Yeah.
And he acts like that. He hangs around with fucking teenagers. He needs to get a grip.
Yeah, well, now he's hidden from the PSGL channel, Connor, so we won't be seeing any more from that man just for now, anyway. And Leroy's down got the half a second.
Hopefully he rocks as Nino takes Bonjour on awfully. I don't know what's wrong with Nino, but he's driving a mess. Awful. He's a mess, Edward. All sorts of issues with Bonjour on there.
Is it Nino driving a mess, or is it Leroy putting in a masterclass? He's 8 tenths down compared to Leroy. What did Leroy set this lap?
47.1 for Leroy on the last lap, but Nino, I don't know if he's got issues or problems. He's got a fly on his screen, but something's going wrong for him. He's lost all of his composure.
Yeah, well, let's see Leroy up through Rouge and Radio. Oh, Leroy! Oh, lucky guy. Honestly, mate, if that was no, if that was me, my wheel be upside down, and I'd be my wheel be off, and I'd be upside down. He's a lucky fella.
He's indeed Leroy, playing with fire. He's still got his wing, but maybe got a little bit of green damage. I don't know, but fucking hell. that man very lucky. He's obviously prayed this morning before the race.
Yeah, well, I don't know how he's managed to get away with that. That is mental luck. He's done that earlier on as well, Connor, at the start of the race. He's got. I feel like he's gonna lose it. I reckon we'll see a Taser or a DNF.
Yeah, I do agree. I was just looking at a few of the streams, but it's good to see, you know, the chat has been cleared out. The trash has been taken out. But yes, Sophie set the fastest lap, didn't she? That girl set, what, 2 fastest laps? Oh, Nino, no!
Oh, my...
Oh, no, my goodness me. Oh. Nino with a big bottle, and that's not a man with experience. Oh, what a bottle, Edward. What is he doing?
Speechless. And Jack Tyler's going to get a podium, Connor. I still think Paddy's going to win this. I feel Leroy's going to bottle it as well. I really do.
That's why Powdy can still take this title, because he doesn't make those sorts of mistakes like Leroy, and that's another mistake from Nino, a big mistake from Nino. I know Leroy got away with it as well, but you've got to keep it on the black stuff, and yeah, a big bottle.
Has he got away? No way he's got away with no damage from that, surely. I'm looking at his front wing. He's got a bit. I can't. Has he?
We'll soon see. Sophie's pumping another laps. Oh no, Rube's line didn't look right to me.
I can't tell. I need to see a good broadcast cam on.
Yeah, I can't tell. Maybe on the left side. Maybe on the left side there's a bit.
If anyone's in a party with Nino, can you tell us if he... Jared's saying he didn't on our screen, he looked like yeah, he's got damage in the front left, it seems. It's different camera angles making me feel like he's got damage, but then he doesn't.
Well, let's see what his sector times are like, then we'll soon find out. But yeah, a big bottle, a decisive day in the title race, because Leroy got away with a big mistake, and he's on course to take the win. Yeah, I don't know if that sort of comment's appropriate either, but let's not read it out.
Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't.
Yeah, QPRB support says there was a bit of carbon fibre on the circuit, but Nino he's on a fastest lap. He's 4 tenths up. He's not got damage. He's 4 tenths up. He's flying. He's into the 46s this lap. That man does not have.
What the damage? These drivers are lucky. If that was me or you, Connor, mate, we'd have no wheel and we'd be out the race. They get away with no bloody damage.
Yeah, is damage off?
Ridiculous.
I don't start because obviously they would have died, but yeah, Nino's about to stop putting his storming lap, and it's the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, a 46.5 from Little Roman Nino. He's got no damage, and he looks to be recovering to second place.
But does Sophie have in response? Can Sophie even respond? Don't think she can.
But the battle for 7th looks to be heating up as well. Froman Lars.
Flying Froman Lars. Have to watch this. It's quite close.
What a race. Hope there's those sorts of bottles in F1. Maybe Louis Nodams.
Give me a win, guys. Get them bottle in. I can't go 100 in F1 surely without a win, Connor.
Hopefully not. Hopefully I don't get to 200 races as well. Frome using the DRS, but Lars has good straight line speed as well. Both using overtake, but I think Frome's going to make the move around the outside into Lecom. But side by side, Lars truly have to give it up. And he does. Frome takes position P7 for flying Frome.
Yeah. And I'm just reading what's going on in this chat, Connor. It's just...
a lot of petulance, but that's what you expect. But I mean, at least we've got a busy chat. That's what you'd want, though, a busy chat with people viewing and enjoying our voices.
Yeah. Well, we've got over double of the combined of F3 and F5. From what I'm looking at my computer, I'll just double check. People want to be here for little C action. They got 4 in F5, and we've got don't know how many in F3.
No, don't worry, Aaron. You're not being patient. It was the likes of Mr. Martin and Co. And it's this all cronies. But yeah, Powdy looks to be just not on the level of Nino and Leroy today, as expected. You know, somehow got away with it, and we'll be making a move on this lap, surely.
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna take an opportunity to watch Leroy just up Eau Rouge on this lap because There's no apart from now. I'll go back to the Nino thing, but there's no battles here. And Leroy looks pretty safe through there now. I think it's when he's following cars. That's when he feels the pressure and just loses
Paddy's
it.
wide. Paddy's very slow pro route through Radion, and yeah, Nino's going to make an easy move. Paddy's not really got much airs, so I think Paddy knows his best result today can be a third place. Just stay with Nino in DRS and maintain the position over Jack Tyler, who's got the freshest medium tyres out of the top four.
Yeah, Jack Tyler's putting in a very good performance today. The man said he weren't quick enough for this division. And he has a chance. Just think, hold up a minute, Connor. If Nino can gain 3 seconds in these next laps, he wins. No, 4 seconds, sorry.
Yeah, I do agree. I mean, you never say never, but I see Leroy's pace. Leroy is consistently slower than Nino, actually. Last couple of laps, and obviously Nino's got DRS this lap.
Oh my god. Nino almost bottled it again. Yep.
That's the race win. That's the race win over.
I was on board with I was on board with him, but looking at the warnings, I could just see through the little menu that he drifted through poo on.
Yeah, so yeah, Nino really, he's a very aggressive young man. Very nice guy, but his driving style definitely pushes the limits. And obviously, he hasn't really got the experience that Paldi has.
I feel like he just needs to calm down a little. He's trying to get too much out of the car now, which is the issue. Like that, I wouldn't be surprised if that was a warning.
Yeah, good. And there's a lot of crying about the F6. F6, I've noticed as well, how Ushin was handed the victory. It's very strange, but we just followed what we've done all season and what we've always done. The penalty just get removed. But I am pleased to announce that for Silverstone onwards, there'll be a new rule regarding this to avoid any doubt and to make it very fair and clear. But it was unfair to start putting that rule in on Ushin's. We couldn't take the win off Ushin with this new rule when there's no rule in the first place. So that's why we just took it off like we do. We have to be consistent with the previous races.
Yeah, I say
there's no rule.
It's best to wait till the rounds are officially over for the PSGL League, then bring it out. You can't bring it in midway through.
So that'll be for Silverstone, where you'll be required to have a race director, also video footage, and it'll be converted to a warning for Silverstone onwards. But we're just confirming the rule with Hulk, who deals with all that sort of thing. But while we're talking about that, Nino uses DRS to get past Paldi as expected.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to go to Lars, who's catching. Nino gets a penalty.
But Paldi, has he got a penalty?
Watch Jack Tyler. Jack Tyler still could nick a podium.
Paldi's not got a penalty, but Jack Tyler has.
Oh, never mind. If Nino bottles it, we can see a Jack Tyler. I want to see Jack Tyler on the podium. Boost his confidence.
Yep. It'd be good seeing he's had a tough few days. I know he's had some personal issues, so hopefully, regardless, 4th place, he's been very solid, very mature, and he'll be doing this day's work.
Yeah, well.
No, Zexa Leon did it incorrectly, and even if the penalty, it wouldn't have affected the result either way. But I know you and Nexus Clone like to be complete know-it-alls, when really, very little.
I do agree profusely, Connor. I say leave down to the stewards to sort all that out. Exactly. Stewards for
Exactly. The stewards are great people, as are our admins, and they do a great job. And deserve respect for the time they put into the leagues instead of people who continue to moan when they crash out most weeks in F4 or even F6. So I think you should just focus on your driving rather than issues which don't concern yourself. So yeah, Nino really showing some great pace. Nearly out. He's got DRS. Out of DRS of Paldi in 3rd.
Yeah, well, SSR Phoenix pits, what I assume is going to be the fastest lap, which makes sense to be honest. He was going to get 9th, so come in, get the fastest lap for 10th, and just still get 2 points. That really make a difference, I'd say.
Yep. So 1.5, 1.4 is the gap. Paldi doesn't have a pound penalty, does he? So he's on for P2 at the minute, but I think Nino probably could get the gap.
Yeah, I think he's got a chance of getting 1.3 this end by the end of this race, but I still think that one of the top 2 are going to end up in a barrier corner. They look too prone.
I think the stream would love to see it, a bit more drama, because they can't get enough. They just can't get enough of it, can they?
Yeah, I do agree. Well, Leroy is now been on these tyres for 11 laps. I don't know what the tyre wear's like around there. I haven't done a race. Around there, but Leroy looks like he's twitching a little through the fast corners.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got a bit of a pad issue, but Very strange.
Could the tyres be going? Maybe.
I doubt it.
It's weird. It's not good. If you're going to be twitching up a Rouge and ready on, then it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. Just going to watch him through this part. Let's see him. He's smooth through this. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So the race is settled down, but lots of good drivers. Obviously, you know, Party very consistent. The top two fortunate to survive, but very quick. Jack Tyler also probably my driver of the day. Sophie also very experienced from her. Yeah, Party closing in slowly for P5. I mean,
Yeah.
short episode, you know, Sophie.
Yeah, if I was Powdy Connor, I'm not gonna lie, I'd feel robbed of a win. Because I don't know how none of these two have got damage from their respective moments during the race.
Yeah, divine intervention. Which is... Oh, no, Nino! Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bowl. Oh
yeah, I was just on board with him. I looked at my phone, so I got a PSM message, and he just does that. Like, how do you lose it there?
I was reading through the PSG. I was reading through the chat, and I was.
Oh my goodness me! What a bottle from Nino. That man needs to just take a bit of a chill pill. You know, he's got great pace, but pace doesn't mean results, and he's out of the Grand Prix. He's got tied up to P3.
Yeah.
Amazing things.
I was correct, Connor, mate. I was correct. See, Liquor knows best.
Yeah, he does indeed. Actually, Nino will get the final point due to finishing this many laps.
Yeah, 90%, 22 divided by 10.
So it'll be a point for Little Roman Nino as Shrub Zafar picks up a top penalty, which Sophie doesn't tend to. So Sophie is going to be on for a juicy P4, yeah. P4 for Sophie. And who's got the fastest lap? Nino. So yeah, Nino's classified. So yeah, Nino will get the fastest lap point as well. So he's getting 2 points still. So a bit more luck, I guess.
Phoenix, so could steal it.
I don't understand how you lose it there. I know we're going about the pad traction, but you know, the pad is quite stable. I don't know if he got on the curb, because I wasn't really looking, but yeah, a bit of a disaster there for Nino. You know, he's got great pace. He's not in this title fight. I have to say, it's between Leroy Powdy and Shoaib, but Leroy looks to be unstoppable right now.
What happened there with Phoenix? What's going on with Phoenix?
He was on for the fastest lap, I think. But
no, he's getting ready to go for it again.
That makes sense, to be honest. It's there for the taking.
Yeah. Well, this is last lap now, and as I say, all those people are complaining about someone like Nino shouldn't be even in this division. He's got to finish races before he can move up, Connor.
Yeah, I do agree, and that's what the likes of Leroy is doing right now. The man rejected a move to F3. He wants to win a title. He wants to become the youngest ever PSGL champion. He wants to take that crown off Ash Best and Blizzard, and he looks to be on his way.
Yeah, well, let's see. Leroy coming through Blanchimont for the final time, sorry. Nice and easy through there. As long as you don't do what those guys done in F7, it should be an easy victory for him. 10 seconds out in front. He's got a little time penalty, but it won't make a difference. As he comes out of the bus stop chicane for the final time, takes Leroy, wins in Spa, makes it 4 wins out of 5, and sets one of his fastest laps at the end of the race. Powdy will come home for a very good P2. He'll be quite happy with that. Third will be Jack Tyler, the man who's crying about what division he was in, comes over at P3. Sophie, a respectable P4. What a drive from Sophie.
Yeah, outstanding, solid, very consistent, very mature drive from Sophie. And she picks up 8 points. You know, one of the drivers of the season. She's doing really well in the championship. Throne picks up 6, decent for Throne. Didn't really have the pace again. 7th for Lars, and it'll be 8. A distant 8th for Bike, very poor once again. Don't know what's wrong with him, to be honest. As Phoenix is pushing hard, looking to get the fastest lap point. Will he be able to do it? That is the question. It's currently a 46.5.
Yeah, well, I don't know how about he's going to beat it. It looks like he's going to beat it. Yeah.
He's going to smash it.
Oh my god, was that 44 and 8?
Yeah.
That was amazing. If you want to invite the podium, Connor.
Yeah, we will. We'll just see the champagne and we'll just get the result confirmed. Edward, while I'll do that.
Yeah, well, I have to see the positions gained. I've got to say, I think I'm going to give my driving day to either Jack or Sophie. I feel gonna be very good from them too. But
Yeah, I do agree.
the champagne sprayed in Spa. It's done for the F4 season. And what a result for Lee. We're taking a victory here in round 6 out of what I believe is 13. He is really getting closer and closer to getting that hand on his first title. He's got a long way to go. About halfway through the PSGL season, I believe this is. He's looking very strong to win his first title. But I'll just bring you through the results. Leroy is your race winner with Powdy in second. Third, Jack Tyler. 4th, F1 Sophie. 5th, Schweb. 6th, Flying Throne. 7th, Lars. 8th, Ferrari Guy. 9th, SSR Phoenix, the final finisher. But 10th will be classified as Little Romanino. He will get a point due to completing 90% of tonight's race. And then we've got Corwin DNF in 12th, Lord DNF. Game Freaker DNF in front of his own crowd in 30th. Mike Messi having a miserable debut, and TNR Zexa and Jiruru out very early on from this race.
Yeah, so a great job to the top 3. Can the top 3 please make sure your party settings, you share your voice and all that crap.
Just did it there, yeah.
Good stuff. Edward, get on with it.
I'll start with 3rd place man Connor. I want to speak to him.
The new sounding Jack Tyler.
Yep, Jack Tyler, just sum up your emotions from today's race.
Pardon?
Sum up your emotions from tonight's race.
I think it's just happiness, really, because I've had a bad start from start of the season, so it's just I'm just happy to get the podium out with luck, should I say, but just happiness, really.
Yeah, what was you expecting coming into Spa?
Well, I knew I'd pace around Spa, but I probably expected like a top 8, not a podium. Top 8 around that area, but so what? I'm happy.
Yeah.
And obviously, Jack, you know, it's been a tough week for you. You know, you were very concerned about the pace of the F4 grid, but you know, as this has given you the confidence going into the, you know, the final, the second half of the season, that, you know, you've got the pace, you know, to challenge, you know, for good results in F4.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a confidence booster, but then again, you've got 3 quick guys in this league. Obviously, Paul Diggs. Well, you've got many quick guys in this league, but the 3 standing Paul Diggs, Leroy, and Nino. So, you know, it's always going to be hard to challenge podiums. So, hopefully, just stick in that P4 area, and then if one of them crashes, then I'll be there for the taking.
Alright, well done, Jack, on your podium place. Moving on to the veteran, Powdy. It looked like you really didn't have the pace, the challenge, the 2 youngsters at the front, but, you know, a good podium finish nevertheless, so you must be quite satisfied, you know, to come home with 12 points.
Yeah, well, exactly that, Connor, exactly that. Didn't have the pace. I knew I had to run a bit more downforce than the rest because I just couldn't cope with the lower stuff. So, yeah, I'm very happy with second. I mean, a couple of bad races there for me, so I kind of needed to get a good result again. Congratulations to Leroy and Jack. Great race from both of them. And Nino was unlucky there at the end. I don't know, he had kind of connection issues as well, so I don't know kind of what was going on. He was a bit laggy when he was in front of me, but very happy with 12 points, should I say. For second place, it's really what I needed, you know, to get back into the title hunt. But I think Leroy's looking very strong now, and he's going to be difficult to stop, I think.
Yeah, I got one question. Do you feel like you're a bit robbed there? Because Leroy did hit the wall up over Rouge and luckily got away with no damage. Do you feel like you could have deserved that victory because of Leroy luckily getting away with it?
Well, I didn't know that happened. Was that in the first lap?
First lap and about lap 17. Lost it up over Rouge and just about kept it out the barriers. Brushed against it, I believe.
Well, in that respect, I probably was a little unlucky. But I mean, Leroy and Nino had great pace out the front, so I think either one of them would have been a worthy winner. I'd say it was a good battle between the 2 of them up there. It looked like it from a couple of seconds back down the road. Anyway, it looked a bit exciting up there. So I mean, I'm happy with what I got. I don't think I could. I think I maximised really my potential for tonight. I don't think I could have scored many more points. So just move on to the next one and hope for better. A better feeling in the car. Maybe I just didn't really feel like felt like I had the grip, like, you know.
Yeah, I get you. Well, congratulations on the P2. I'm sure you'll be well happy with that. Moving,
Yep.
moving on to race winner Leroy. Leroy, I've got to ask, what was you thinking going through Eau Rouge? You almost lost it lap 1 and almost lost it on lap 17. What was going through your head? Is he alive?
Yeah, Edward, you've got him muted. So.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what was going on?
Well, I mean, I told myself not gonna lie, I thought tire off, very done, but thankfully I hit the side of the car. I mean, the time I hit the wall, it was just side pod, so no damage to that. And I mean, I was in a party with Nino, and his pace today was amazing. I mean, he would have beaten me whether I, finished, which, I mean, unfortunately, because obviously I had a time penalty at that time, he did not. Unfortunately, he spun. I don't know how he didn't retire the first time, but he ended up, putting in wrong eventually, so, commiserations to him, but I'm happy to win with it, obviously, with today paying tribute to Hubert, so I feel like it's a worthy victory.
Edward?
Halfway through the season now, what do you feel like anything will stop you from winning this championship? You feel like it's yours?
Well, who knows? I mean, Short could come out of absolutely nowhere and destroy me, so who knows? I don't know where he was today. He's usually faster than me. I don't know what happened to him today, but I mean, P1, I'm very happy. I mean, I've gained points on Schwab, so I think now it's just between me and Schwab and maybe Party if, results can string together for him. I think now it's just mainly about beating my championship rivals, so Schwab. So if I can be doing that every week, I'd be satisfied. And yes, I'm definitely going for the championship.
Yeah, well, it's certainly going to be an interesting remainder of the season with Silverstone next up, followed by Hockenheim. So, should be some great racing at these traditional venues, Edward. But yeah, great race and well done to the top 3. And hopefully, we'll be back next week for more action, Edward.
Yeah, indeed. Well, that has been F4 on the Sunday night. Happy Little Blocks, joined by Big C. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a good evening. Good night.